Seem to have messed up something. I'm back. Yes, I was talking to you about multilateralism, which means cooperation between different governments. See, you talk about unilateralism, where countries look after themselves without concern for the interests or supports of other states. It is called unilateralism. I won't say it becomes beggar thy neighbor policy. It's not that extreme, but there is unilateralism where you look after your own interests. Whereas the second thing is bilateralism, where two countries join together and look after each other's interests. Multilateralism, on the other hand, is where you trade globally. In contrast to all this, you have the regional economic integration, which we are talking about. And advantages of regional economic integration is fewer countries, maybe two, maybe three, maybe a little more. Now, what happens with these, with the what happens with the regional integration? Sorry, I'm getting distracted with all the this thing. I will not say good morning, everybody. I will not take names today because I want to concentrate on what I'm teaching. Um, I spoke to you about unilateralism, I spoke to you about bilateralism, and I spoke to you about multilateralism as versus regional economic cooperation. Now, regional economic cooperation means fewer countries join together to do trade, so it's easier and more flexible. Okay, now trade liberalism is possible, and see, many issues are tackled by WTO, but may not be all the issues in regional economic cooperation. You have some issues which can be tackled more easily. Okay, what are the effects of integration? Regional economic cooperation has a number of political, social, and economic effects. We will discuss them one by one. For example, see, suppose you are buying and selling with each other on a global level, then the most efficient producers only get to sell. The most efficient producers get to sell. But when you come to, okay, I'm getting a lot of smiles, thank you. But when it happens with regional economic cooperation, what happens is the resources shift to the less efficient producers. Even the less efficient producers get a chance to improve themselves. See, they cannot improve unless they sell. Selling brings you money, and naturally you can improve your basic basic utilities or facilities only with money. So what happens is Bangalore is becoming warm class. If I put the fan, it gives the sound is affected. That's why. Well, I'm suffering. So here we are. I don't want to divert class. This is serious. Please listen. With trade creation, as I said, resources shift to the less efficient producers, so they are able to do their selling as well. They get the resources, they get financial resources also, and so they can manufacture better and they can sell better. All right. With trade diversion, discrimination against outside producers diverts trade to less efficient producers within the country or group. I have already said this. Um, See, the dynamic effect of integration is the ability of companies to achieve economies of scale. Economies of scale is what I have told you. It could be large scale integration. Excuse me. It could be large scale integration of production, and that gives you economies of scale. As you know, what is the economies? You get quantity discounts. Um, you know the concept of quantity discounts. I'll not go there. because you all are in the third semester. All this is already part of your syllabus before. You have known. Efficiency increases, and if you have a doubt, you can always WhatsApp me, and I will explain. Efficiency increases because of competition. Now, competition here becomes a rather healthy competition because it's just between three or four countries. So there is a healthy competition there, and healthy competition gives you benefits. I would also like to become better. There's nothing like beggar than neighbor policy, and it goes on. Now, the forms of regional economic integration are these. The first one is the free trade area. Please check your this in PowerPoint. The first one is the free trade area. Now it becomes more and more sophisticated. What is the meaning of becoming more and more sophisticated? Is there is more liberalism of trade. When there is a least liberalism, there is a little liberalism, but not too much, and then it becomes a free trade area. When there is more liberalism of trade, it becomes a customs union. Still more liberalism, still more sophistication is the common market. And then you have the economic union. The most sophisticated is the political union, where you have parliament itself or ministers for the sake of trade. It's a parallel economy. It's like an administration for trade. Like we have an administration for as a government, we have an administration for trade, and that is the highest form of sophistication in a regional economic integration. The highest form of sophistication is the political union. So major types of economic integration is, see, first is the free trade area. In the free trade area, there is no internal tariff. There is no internal tariff between the countries. This is the first one. Now, the second one is a customs union. Please look at your PowerPoints that I've sent. The second one is the customs union. In the customs union, there is no internal tariff, plus there is no common external tariffs as well. Please understand, this is a even more liberal. I won't go into say using the word liberalism. It will be wrong. It will be more liberal and naturally more sophisticated. So first you have no internal tariff for the free trade area. In the customs union, you have no internal tariff. Plus you have no you have sorry you have common external tariffs. Then we come to the common market. In the common market, please keep referring to your PowerPoints because you cannot follow otherwise. These are new things for you, so you need to follow the PowerPoints. In a common market, you have no internal tariff as in the free trade area. You have common external tariffs as in the customs union. Plus, you have factor mobility. What do you mean by factor mobility? What are the factors of production? Any factor of production, even human resources, mobility is allowed. In the free trade area and the customs union, please remember, factor mobility is not allowed. Now, you all know that every country or everyone wants to go to a country to where you can get a better salary, isn't it? Everyone wants to go to a country where you can get a better salary. So the factor mobility is really necessary. People, in countries look for factor mobility because human resources generally want to move, whereas countries look for factor mobility with a little selfish reason because they want to move all the polluting industries to through lower countries, underdeveloped countries, where they can produce there, and it is in the it is see it is a two thing two prong strategy. Now if you say it is better that factor mobility is allowed, and it's capital goods are allowed, like machinery is carried to a underdeveloped country from a developed country, and there they get jobs. So that's the one prong thing. And the second prong, which is little skewed, is that the more polluting industries go into these underdeveloped countries. At the same time, you don't allow them to come to your country to work. So there are little and there are things like this which we will discuss in the class. We could have a debate in the class, and we could say yes or no. It would be very interesting, which we will do it in the class later. I'll just explain to you, because here I'll explain to you what is the concept, and then how and what, and advantages, disadvantages, all this we can discuss in the class. Now, the common market is followed by the economic union. As I said, the economic union will have no internal tariffs like in free trade area, followed by in the customs union common external tariffs. Then you have followed by factor mobility is allowed as in the common market. Apart from this, has more liberal common monetary and fiscal policies in the economic union. Now, excuse me, going deep into this and going deep into this and what exactly policies between countries and all, we can discuss in the class. I'll give you the concepts here. Common monetary and monetary and fiscal policies. Now, last you have the political union, where you have common political institutions. I've said it before, so we go ahead. Now, in the free trade area, I'll just go a little into free trade area. Free trade area encourages trade among its members. Please follow my PPTs. Encourages trade among its members by eliminating trade barriers. What are the trade barriers? Tariffs, quotas, non-tariff barriers, NTBs. All right. Like protectionism, any policies done by the country, etc. Now, what is protectionism? See, imagine country A and country B. Country B is very good in manufacturing, say, cars. So, country B manufactures cars and sends it to country A. How does it do? It manufactures, it could be CKD condition, completely knocked down condition, where you take the parts of the car manufactured in country B to country A, and there you assemble it. It could be like that. Then, you know, uh, Ma, you're coming in the video. Uh, Sorry. Um, yeah, hello, man. Yeah. See, this is my husband.
Hello, everybody.
Your face is not evident. Come inside.
Hello, everybody.
Keep smiling, all of you. A message for you. Keep smiling in this difficult time. Sorry, I broke my class. Okay, go, that's it. So, sorry, class. That was a diversion. So, here we are. My dog has come. You want to see him? He's on the ground. He's too heavy to carry, to show you. Okay, back. We are talking about free trade area. It encourages trade among its members by eliminating trade barriers, tariffs, quotas, and non-tariff barriers. Example is AFTA, Asian Free Trade Area, and NAFTA, North American Free Trade Area. We come to the customs union. Here it combines the elimination of internal trade barriers as in the free trade area between its members with the adoption of also common external trade policies towards non-members. It avoids the trade deflection problem because of the uniform treatment of products from non-member countries. Right? Next, we graduate on to common market. All right. In the common market, we eliminate internal trade barriers between countries themselves, adopt a common external trade policy towards non-members. Note that. Eliminate barriers which inhibit the movement of factors of production, labor, especially. Then you have capital and technology between its members. All these, so the common market is a higher bit of sophistication. If you, hi everyone, whoever is saying hi, good morning, let me continue with my class. I need to concentrate. So we have in the common market, please remember, in the common market, it eliminates the movement of factors of production. For us, for example, in underdeveloped countries where people are looking for better salaries, etc., better better places to work, then the movement of factors of production becomes very important. And as I also mentioned, countries where you have this movement of factors of production, where they want to, have production, polluting industries or so in lesser developed countries, that also helps. And then you have technology transfer. I will talk to you about the benefits, advantages, disadvantages of technology transfer in another class itself. It's a different concept. So, transfer of technology um, between members is also possible. Okay, then you have better, more sophistication in the economic union. It represents full integration of the economies of two or more countries. Please note, full integration of economies of two or more countries. Since many of you are not from India, many of my students, all of you are not from India. In the class, we could discuss. You'll know more things about what happens in your country. I'll know what happens in my country. And some other countries. We could have a practical discussion of how all this happens. It will be very interesting. Currently, just understand the concepts. Then, when we really meet, we can have a lot of debates and discussions. I look forward to a class full of promise. All right. Now, in economic union, it eliminates internal trade barriers, as in the free trade area. Then it goes on to adopting common external barriers, as in the customs union, and abolish restrictions on the mobility of factors of production. Its members have to coordinate their economic policies, like monetary policy, fiscal policy, taxation. Difference between monetary and fiscal policy also, you Google and see. I will not talk about it. The small concepts which I don't want to talk, because you are in the third semester, so sorry, fourth semester. So some things you Google and find out. If you still can't, you let me know. It is necessary for you to understand what is the difference between monetary policy and fiscal policy. So basically, it looks the same. Then the coordinate taxation, very important, and social welfare programs. Imagine. We never thought of going into social welfare programs in business. Now you have social welfare programs in order to blend the economies into a single entity, as we have seen in the European Economic Union. Then the final and the most sophistication is the political union. It's a complete political and economic integration of two or more countries, as in the European Union. Now, the regional cooperation groups, I'll go back, and we will start again from step one with the examples. In the regional cooperation groups, check your PowerPoints. They cooperate to develop basic industries like steel, hydroelectricity, etc. See, instead of talking about one concept like, um, say, NAFTA, and talking all about it and then going on. Yeah, this is the third time I'm coming back to free trade area. So it gives you, what to say. I'm reinforcing what I've already said. So keep it in mind. So regional economic, like as I told you, there is a cooperation for developing basic industries like steel, hydroelectricity, etc. Then they also have joint ventures like pooling of technology and resources. Follow your slides. Mainly, we have less developed countries. Hmm? Less developed countries joining together to for trade. even for production. There is no effect on trade or tariff barriers. For example, ASEAN, ASEAN, ASEAN. The member countries are Brunei, Burma, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. This is the one of the basic regional cooperation groups. It goes even before the free trade area. Free trade area is more sophisticated actually. I told you five. Even before you have these regional cooperation group in the form of ASEAN, then you have the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, the SARC. Alright, the SARC contains Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. So this is the first one. Then these are the first two regional economic groups. Then after this, we go on to the free trade area. Excuse me, something stuck here. Okay, hold on. Okay. As I told you in the free trade area, I'm reiterating no internal tariffs. External tariffs could be different. Cooperation on economic issues. No, please note, no free labor and capital movements. The example I'm giving you is AFTA and NAFTA. Um, we also have EFTA, US and Israel. Okay, NAFTA is Canada, North America, and Mexico. Alright. We have to just Google and see whether there are more. If there is something that is not in my knowledge, uh, I will see that I will work on it, and when we meet in class, we can discuss. But I would also like you to work on it and tell me, because you are from so many different countries apart from India. I would like you to work on it and tell me whether there is something that happens in your country that I don't know about. It's not that I know everything. I don't claim to know that. And having you tell me some things like this will also enrich all of us. Alright? Next, we come to the full customs union. The full customs union is totally no internal tariffs, as in the free trade area. Then you have common external tariffs, no free labor or capital movements. Note this. Usually, why usually if you see what happens, what has happened in the world, there is one major developed country, in coordination with another undeveloped country. So once again, I'm getting a little disturbance. I'm sorry, there was some noise disturbance. Now, here we are. We are talking about a full customs union where you have a major developed country with an undeveloped country. And that's why they make it like this. As I said, everyone in an underdeveloped country, most of us would like to go and work in a developed country where we get better facilities and better remuneration, compensation, etc. So that is why they restrict this. They make sure that there is no free capital, no labor, yes, labor as well as capital movements. Usually a small country close to a large one. Uh, France and Monaco, for example, is full customs union, France and Monaco. Italy and a small country called San Marino. These are the examples of a full customs union. Then we come to the common market. In the common market, as in the free trade area, there is no internal tariffs, okay, and common external tariffs, free flow of labor and capital. Now, this is so example is Southern Cone Common Market. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I would like to say as Mercosur. Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Bolivia, and Chile. All right, MERCOSUR. Southern Cone Common Market. I repeat, you have Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Bolivia, and Chile. And then you have the CARICOM, Caribbean Community and Common Market. Uh, CARICOM, CARICOM, Caribbean Community and Common Market. We will go ahead to the economic union. Again, you have no internal tariffs, common external tariffs, free flow of labor and capital, integration of economic policies. This is a sophistication that you have in the economic union, integration of economic policies. And then you have harmonization of monetary policies, taxation, and government spending. Common currency or fixed exchange rates, as you can see in the euro. The European Union, you have the euro. European Union full monetary union we have seen by 1999 and single European currency by the year 2002. Then we have the next sophistication or the highest we have is the political union. It involves, like the European Union, of course, we have the CIS and the European Union. I'll explain. A political union involves complete political and economic integration, either voluntary or enforced. Commonwealth, a voluntary organization providing for the loosest possible relationship that can be classified as economic integration. If there is something that you haven't understood, please WhatsApp me. In the 1990s, we have two new political unions that came into existence, the CIS. CIS is a Commonwealth of Independent States, and the second one is the European Union. Now, what is the CIS? The Commonwealth of Independent States has the remaining 12 republics of the former USSR after the aborted coup against Gorbachev and the formation of the Baltic states. Now, this is I think it's called Glasnost. CIS is a loose economic and political alliance with open borders but no central government. The 12 members share a common history of central planning, etc. etc. Now, I'll tell you what are the members in CIS: Russia, Ukraine, Belarus. I think some of you are from Ukraine, isn't it? Yeah, Russia, Ukraine. You can relate to this nicely because your country is there. We have others: Belarus, Armenia, Moldova, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan. Yes, some of you from Turkmenistan. Tajikistan, we have someone here. Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Georgia. Okay, these are the countries. You have my PPTs. Please check. All right. Now, CARICOM, CARICOM. Most of this, we have. I'll 1 minute. There's something called EPIC. Excuse me. What's your this thing? There are commodity agreements. Okay, I'll come to international commodity arrangements. There is a commodity cartels. What is the commodity cartels? We have finished on regional economic integrations in the political side. Now we'll come to the commodity cartels. International commodity arrangements. One is commodity cartels. Commodity cartels is a group of producing countries who want to protect themselves from the fluctuations that occur in the price of a commodity that is internationally or globally traded, such as coffee, crude oil, rubber, or cocoa. Now, for crude oil, we have the best example is your OPEC, Organization of Petrol Exporting Countries. We'll talk about OPEC in the class. I've already spoken about OPEC in the class. We'll talk about it in another. There are multi-fiber arrangements. I would like you to Google and find out about multi-fiber arrangements, etc. Now, I want to stop seniors class here. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you liked it. Now, again, class, I want to tell you, see, please remember, stay at home, abide by whatever your government is telling you, our government is telling you. Please stay at home. Make the work of the police on the road simpler. We have seen videos of people, not obeying the laws. It's not nice. We are not going to. We have to hold hands in order to conquer what is going on. Please let us be role models for others. Stay at home. Don't get that itch to go out. It's not necessary. That itch may cause serious issues. And what we are facing is really serious. We have to break the chain of the virus, which is necessary. We have seen families devastated. Let us not allow that to happen in our country. We have been forewarned. Forewarned is forearmed. Remember, keep smiling, keep have a very good disposition, stay at home, enjoy the family bonding, and help help the help our government to help us. Cooperate with the government. And as I said, yeah, keep smiling. I cannot tell you, as I usually tell you a joke to end the class. I'm unable to tell you a joke online. It's okay. Yeah, read some jokes, read some good news. I have also sent you some books that some authors have very magnanimously opened to the public. There are some very good books that I have. There's a PDF I have forwarded you. Read some books. Reading is a very good exercise. When I have all grown up with, full afternoons of summers were spent in reading. Yeah, and that's why, it's a very knowledge is power. Remember, okay? So I will log off for 5 minutes and I'll come back for the juniors. Juniors, maybe your class is early now. As there are 10 minutes per class, but juniors, I think some of you have logged on. Good. Or you can see it later. So, bye, seniors. I'll come back tomorrow at 10 o'clock and we'll do one more chapter. So, before I start, I will send you the PowerPoints. Look at the PowerPoints I've sent. You can use it for your notes as well because there is a lot of material in the PowerPoints. Tomorrow, I'll plan what I want to tell you tomorrow and I'll send the PowerPoints. I'll forward the PowerPoints. Bye. I'll come back in 5 minutes.